What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Daily Stock Report. Today we have some important information to go over. But first, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, because at 100 subscribers, we are almost there. We're like 23 people away. We have come so far, and I thank every single one of you. But hit the subscribe button. We're giving away this 1996 Silver Eagle. We will do a video whenever we hit 100, and you will have to comment on that video. So hit that alert button as well, and let's get to the show. So today, very mild action. I would say more so in the silver market. We kind of saw this, kind of come down here a little bit. Now, this double bottom that we had, not every formation plays out precisely how we would expect it to, but the important part that I'm seeing right here is that, we are in a general statement riding this trend line up. Remember, we had these two trend lines here that we were kind of searching. Here, let me scoot this down just a little bit. So we had zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, and zone 5. And so right here, we hovered around zone 3 for a little bit, kind of consolidating down into zone 2. But look, we rejected it, and overall, 1, 2, 3, and now 4 times. And you can count all of these. Look at all these tickers right here that kind of hedge right against it and then eventually go back up. And so this to me is very bullish news. Even though we did end on this candle, which kind of did dip below this line right here, I am still very positive on when it comes to this double bottom formation that we saw. Now I am going to kind of be hesitant. I do want to see if we end up playing out here. This could be more downward trajectory going into later the week, next week. Kind of seeing what Monday, Tuesday of next week brings. I want to see which triangle we end up in here. Now, we did reject the top of zone 3 very hard right here. We touched it, and within that same 4-hour candle, we came all the way back up. That, my friends, is a $2 swing to the upside once we kind of touched that. And, we did have some quick action right here, going from 83 all the way up to 89, $6 within 12 hours. That is pretty fast, and so some normal consolidation is warranted. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something along this nature right here, where we kind of tested it down, maybe came back up, hit this top here, and then kind of consolidated within this range right here. That would not surprise me. Don't be surprised if we hit somewhere right here in the 90s again, in that low 90 zone. We did get to $90.01. Well, actually, yeah, that was the highest we got, was $90.01. But furthermore, we are consolidating right here in this zone, so this is positive news. I want to see how this plays out before I take this off, because if you remember correctly, my initial call was that we were going to see more of a consolidation along this pattern right here. We were going to see some long form consolidation, and so we could still see that, especially if we start consolidating right here over the next week. Now that but here's the tricky part. It's like things escalated, and I think that's what this was. Buy the hype, sell the news. I think that's exactly what we saw with the Mexico cartel situation and the bombings over in Iran from us in Israel. And then, the news, this was all the hype kind of building up to that. And then when it actually happened, we dropped like a rock. And so now I think that things are kind of stabilizing. I think it's actually better that we didn't just drop and then automatically go back up. I don't think that would have been the best news. I don't think anyone really wants to see that kind of going into the days that we've seen. We've seen a lot of high and low price action, very quick swings. And so I do think that this is very positive, seeing this nice consolidation, and the fact that whenever we hit the tip of this, we ended up breaking to the upside, not the downside. And so that's very positive right there. And the fact that we are now rejecting the top of zone 3 after teeter-tottering in between 2 and 3 for the past, what was this, Monday? So about the past week. For the past 7 days, we've been teeter-tottering inside zone 2 and 3, kind of going back and forth. And so now that we've kind of extended above it, it would be nice if we could teeter-totter back and forth between zone 4 and 3. Because, like, guys, that's how this slow price action works, and that's how you build a solid base to grow upon, versus consistently going up high and then dropping hard and then going high and dropping hard. Ultimately, when you see that, you're going to see it go favor the downside more than the upside. So that's something to keep in mind. What am I buying right now? I'm currently buying 90%. We do have some Silver Eagles right now that are going for 103. SD has them for 101. JM has them for 105. Now just keep in mind SD. They actually took away that sell. They took away the sell, but they still are the cheapest at just $12 over spot, compared to APMEX, which is going to be what do they have at 89.16 over spot, and JM is going to be right around the same 16. So currently for random year Silver Eagles, SD Bullion still has them at the same. Now let's go over to junk 90%. Let's go to 90% constitutional. So $10 face, they have it for $629, which is about $62.95. So we're just gonna call it $63. And so with the current market right now sitting at $89, what that comes out to is the current market is $63 per face, and this is $62.95, so about 63. Technically speaking, this is $62.95, and the current melt value is $63.63. So from a technical standpoint, this is about 70 cents under spot. Now, if we continue to come over, let's see, if you're getting $100 face, then that's going to be $62.95. So yeah, it's going to be the same thing. You're not really saving any money. Now, if you're buying 62, yeah, you're still not saving any money. Whether you get a $10 or $1,000. And so for this reason right here, and if you just get quarters, it's $64 per face value, and so that's technically over spot. And so just getting the random ones is going to be your best bet, because even this is going to be $640, and that's still going to be $640, so $64 per dollar face value. And then Mercs are going to be even higher. I'm trying to find something that might be a little bit lower, but it looks like everything is going to be everything's going to be higher. You're not going to find any deals as far as getting it under spot. Now, getting it right at spot, you are finding that deal. But if you're wanting the cheapest, SD has it right here at $62.93. Now, when it comes to this, I do recommend highly going to your local coin shop or calling around multiple coin shops to see where they're selling it at, because most coin shops are selling it $1 to $5 below spot at the moment. Especially if you're buying something like $10 face value, you're going to be getting it below spot. And so, I would definitely call around your local coin shops and see what everyone's doing at the moment and what they're selling it for. But that is kind of what I'm buying at the moment. I do, I may be called crazy later, but I do want to see some more consolidation. I do want to see some more tests, like right here. I want to see how we test this zone 4. I want to see if we come back into 3 or eventually 2. So I do think, I've been saying this, there's going to be a coin show next weekend in Houston, Friday, March 13th. And Saturday, March 14th as well. And so I will be there if anyone else is there. But I think I'm going to wait until then, because by then we should see kind of how, this general idea that I've had for the past month is going to play out. Because this is my original line since we dropped down here. And then since we've had this drawn out, I have kind of wanted to play it along this line right here and seeing where we go from this moment. Now, if we come here and we shoot up, hey, I'm just going to have to buy a little bit more, but I do feel more confident buying pure 1 ounce Silver Eagles versus if we come here and we shoot down. then I think my thesis was right. Obviously, we want to go to the upside more than the downside. That's pretty obvious to say, but that's kind of where I'm seeing everything at the moment. Now, money metals, my copper, to all my copper friends, this is currently the best place to buy copper pennies, unless you're buying it from my eBay store, Daily Stacker, or the Daily Stacker. That is my eBay. If that is something that you guys are interested in, definitely check it out, because I do sell 95% for less than $9.49 a pound. Mine is just a little bit cheaper than that, but that's just me. Copper is currently at $5.91, and then so for a pound, and so for a pound right here, you're paying $9.49. So it's about a $4 premium. It's not terrible compared to these 1 ounce rounds that are being sold for $5.99, and there's 16 ounces in a copper ounce or in a copper pound, and for an ounce you're paying what a pound costs, so you're paying literally 16 times what the actual value of it is, and so I don't think that's a very good buy, just being honest here. But that's kind of where I'm at in the market. I want to see how this plays out. Let's see how tomorrow goes. I think if we start rejecting this line up here on the top side for both of these, then we are definitely going to be heading downstream a little bit. But if we can break through here and continue to ride, if we can break through this line right here and continue to ride this up, I do think that we will see 100 sooner than later. But that's just my personal opinion, everybody. As always, stack smart, stack safe, and I'll see you on the next one.